Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Westmoreland businessman shot dead at home. A popular Westmoreland businessman was gunned down at his home in Waterswork in the parish on Saturday morning. Dead is Fitzroy James, otherwise called Sugar. James owned the Sugar Rock Lagoon that frequently hosted parties and the Star Castle guest house at White's House in the parish. According to reports, James was at home in his backyard when he was attacked. The police were alerted, and upon their arrival, James was found lying face down with a gunshot wound to the head. He was transported to the Savannah Lamar Public General Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Lisa Hanna during the Standing Finance Committee session.
Minister, I want to come back to a point that you made, and I want to crave your indulgence and the indulgence of the Parliament because I feel very strongly about it. Most of our iconic brands in Jamaica are not owned by Jamaicans, and I could go through a long list of them: beverages, properties. Last year, I was very specific in doing some research on Milk River against the background of the global cosmetics market, which by 2027, Madam Chair, will reach approximately $465 billion. The global wellness market, Minister, in 2020 was approximately $4.4 trillion. And the tourism wellness market was approximately $463 billion. I raise these issues because wellness globally is a big deal. It's luxury. And the Milk River Spa is 54 times more active in radiative components than spas in Switzerland and Hungary. And there are many spas, luxurious radiative spas, that people travel to in France, Italy, Austria, Switzerland. And somehow we have all of these gems in our country, and we divest them to foreigners. I remember some time ago, Kabaka Pyramid saying that Jamaica is one big Chinese loan. Well done, Mr. Politician Man. And it stays with me because all of us in here listen to people bemoaning the fact that we give away things. We don't give away things. But we can do it ourselves. We can. Right now, global cosmetic companies like La Mer, who is charging $900 for a 3.4 ounce vial of serum, imports mineral components from over 48 countries. Israel, Minister Bartlett, has their own Dead Sea cosmetic company. Now, I'm not chastising any country, but I don't feel it is important, and I don't know what the deal looks like. That's why I am putting my fervent passion on the table this morning. I don't know what the components of that deal looks like, but I do not want Milk River or any other real treasure that we have in this country at this point to be divested, whether it is 49%, whether it is 51%. I believe that we can divest 51% to Jamaican owners and the Jamaican people, and we can do it as a public-private sector partnership with Jamaicans. It must happen at some point. You talk about the tourism industry rebounding, and you and I are friends, and we talk about that all the time. But the majority of those profits don't stay in Jamaica because the management companies are owned overseas. So we have to have an honest conversation. Minister, I just ask you, I know you're going to announce things, but the Milk River Spa and the MP is on board. We have Bath. We have a number of other radiative spas. Jamaica needs to lead that in the world and become globally competitive in terms of mineral spas. We should be beating France, beating Switzerland, beating Austria, and beating Italy because we can. And I don't think, Minister, that we should be divesting it to any other foreign country besides our Jamaican nationals.
Right, okay. So we begin by saying we have not said we are divesting it to anyone. We are saying someone has shown an interest. That has nothing to do with who and how the divestment process. The divestment is open to all Jamaicans. And we are putting out the RFP for everybody to participate. No question about it. So I hear your passion, and I share that passion greatly.
But I'm saying, hold on, Minister. No, it should be a policy decision by the government.
No, but
to put out an RFP, we know how that go. We know how it go, Minister. Right? Some people can't put the 51%. There are going to be companies who can do it. Why can't we, as a Ministry of Tourism or as a government, say, look, we're structuring this deal for the Jamaican people? Let us say like an ESOP, like an employee share ownership, not the same thing, but put it in a package that Jamaicans can buy shares in the entity, raise money to build it out, and let's do it ourselves. It's not that difficult.
I just want a point to be made that the state, as far as we are concerned, right, has no overpowering desire to enter into and to stay in the commanding heights of the economy. That's the preserve of the private sector. That's about your investment and the investments that are available for development. And so, we have established exactly what we want. And if you fit the bill in terms of what it is that we require, by all means, the issue of equity does not allow you to say, I want John and not Mary. I want Jane and not Tom. It is he who merits. And I want that principle to be appreciated. That merit is a standard by which equity can be appreciated. And let's do it. So I take your point well. If there are investors in Jamaica who please don't, no, yes, but don't prejudge my thinking. Because in fairness, if you see how we have been operating and the kind of arrangements that tourism has engaged in the last 5 years in particular, it's driving towards having more local involvement in the industry through the ownership of the supply side. And you have been concerned about the demand side. The demand side we control. We are strong in the demand. 4.3 million visitors coming. That's strong demand. But whose food are they eating? Right? Whose experiences are they consuming? That's right. That's our job. And that is what we've been pushing. That's why we put $1 billion in Exim Bank to, for example, provide loans at 4.5% for the small and medium tourism enterprises to assist them in building capacity to build more experiences for tourism. Because the more experiences a destination has, is the more revenue will flow and the higher the retention level. So understand that tourism is a pyramid. At the top of the apex, you can't fight that. That's the airlines and the travel people and purveyors who bring cruise ship owners and so on. We can't go there. In the second tier, at the middle of the triangle, are the tour operators and DMCs, who are the ones who contract with hotels to bring people from all over the world here. You can't go there. At the bottom is all of us, and that's where the consumption is. That's where the $9.1 trillion that was spent in 2019 is. And it's our job to own it. And we can own it, and we must invest in the supply side. And stop thinking that tourism is about hotels. And if you don't have a hotel, you're not in the business. So I just want you to know we're clear about that. And our policy, that's what the direction that our policy has taken. And for good measure, we are now seeing. Would you believe that the accommodation subsector is in a state of transformation unheard of as a result of the shared economy? You know that it's now 29% of the accommodation in Jamaica that is in what is commonly called Airbnb? Good. All right. Now that is telling you how the dispersion of the value of tourism is across the country. Trenchtown has Airbnb, right? No, I'm only making the point to you that you talk about retention. You said that the people are coming, but the money is going back out of the country. And I'm pointing to you, that we are retaining more now in the economy than ever before in the history of tourism in Jamaica. No, I can show you them. No, I tell you, what's the figure? 60. What's the figure for Airbnb now? It's 29%. We just did a research. I can give you the numbers. We just did a research on that, which shows you what the shared economy is in Jamaica.
I'm saying the government can have a policy in the same way that when you look through what the budgets are, you have the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation getting $15 billion, but the Ministry of Investment getting $5 billion. A third of what they get. What I'm saying to you is that the government's policy needs to be on par, that our national assets are kept and owned by Jamaican people. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the capacity to so do and to explore, exploit, and to take it to the level where it has the highest level of returns for the people of Jamaica must be a consideration. But you can. So yes, you can. But you have to have the will to do it by way of the investment.
But
Minister,
I'm seeing
to invest is not there.
No, but I'm seeing billions of dollars.
The investors.
I am seeing billions of dollars being invested by Jamaicans for large projects, high-rise projects in Kingston. I'm seeing where they're being opened, and you're telling me that we can't find Jamaicans to invest?
Look, but we don't have a control over that. No, in all fairness, member, and I appreciate your passion with this, and I understand clearly where you're going. But I just want you to know that we don't control the decision of investors into what areas they invest in. We put out before you a range of options, and you make your choice.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share,